Hello, everyone. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm Nat. I'm a horse witch, and today is going to be a tarot haul. I haven't done one of these in a couple months, and my stack beside me here is formidable. So, why don't we jump right into it? All right, I'm going to start off with the indie decks, decks that are not coming from a publishing house. And I'm going to start with the Pixie Pop Tarot because it is on top. It is by Pixie Style Divination, and I got it off of Etsy. This is a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I keep it in this little pouch because it is one that lives in my purse. It does come with a little white book, which is actually quite in depth. This surprised me. I wasn't expecting a little white book to be quite this big. It is smaller than your average deck. I would say it's just a little larger than a pocket deck, but it has these backs. They are reversible, black edging, and the art has been recolored to more of a pop style. And I love this deck. It's been recolored, obviously, to add some inclusivity to the RWS, as well as more pop colors. And I really like that. I think it's really fun. It's fun to read with. And so I do keep it in my purse most of the time. And I really enjoy reading with it because it is a traditional RWS, but with more fun colors. So there we go. This is going to be a really long video today, and I apologize. I was feeling super chatty. Then I started filming and all the words ran away. And I'm not going to show everything because it is just a traditional RWS. Back in its Peggy pouch. And the box will go back on my shelf. Next, I have Discovering Beauty. I'm going to show the mini deck because I feel like the mini deck isn't getting enough love. Apparently, there are limited quantities available that are left. It does come with a little book. How adorable. It is abbreviated, but it does come with one. And I do have a full walkthrough of the entire Discovering Beauty package that I got from Kickstarter from Sophia Litwack, and you should definitely go check that out. But this is the mini deck. I just posted a reel on my Instagram. Well, I just did it as of filming this. But by the time this gets posted, it'll probably be a couple days old. It does shuffle beautifully. You can hear the shippa, 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 shippa. It is very cute. I have very small hands, and as you can see, it doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate in them. I hope YouTube doesn't ding me for nudity. It probably will, whatever. There's only like 200 of you anyway. All right, so anyway, go buy this. It's adorable. And for reference, this is the Discovering Beauty full size. So quite the difference. All right, next, here's the Sacred Witch by Spell. And before anyone's like, it's not, it's mass market. This is the Kickstarter different. This is the Kickstarter edition with the gilded edges and everything. So go rain on someone else's parade. I really like this deck. It does have kind of a monster feel to it. So I am enjoying using it in this autumn season. And it is available on Amazon and through Spell pretty cheaply, but I don't think it comes with all the Kickstarter extras and the gilded edges and all the cool things like that. I'm actually quite happy with this deck. The cardstock is nice. It slides beautifully. I love the artwork. That death card is super cool. It does have an autumny feel. So yeah, not that we're doing autumn decks. I'm just doing a deck haul. That'll be a different video. And this is another autumny deck. This is the Lighted Window Tarot by Lindsay Hook by Lantern Print Company. I am really enjoying this deck. I found this on Etsy and it comes with a guidebook. The cardstock is really nice quality. The guidebook is full color. It is a little pippish in the minors. It does have those kind of mustard colored edges. It is pippish in the minors, but it does have people in the courts. And obviously, I love that Hierophant card in the majors. I say it's pippy, and then I have 0 pips. Okay. Well, look at me. Okay, 7 of Wands. See, it gets pippy. I do love this Fool card. It does have a very autumn feel to it, in my opinion. Here we go. Pips. It is beautifully done for a pip deck, or a pip style deck, I should say. This is the first of a pippy deck I've gotten, and surprisingly for me, it reads really well. And the guidebook is really good. I really like it. It is really beautiful. And again, I got this on Etsy. I will try and include all the links, as long as things aren't out of print. So this is really beautiful. I'm sure I'll do a flip through Friday on this one at some point. But I'm currently using it, and doing a flip through Friday means I have to put it back in order. So that was the Lighted Window Tarot. Next, I have a full walkthrough of this. This is the Quiet Rebel by Lynn Thurman. I just backed her new Oracle deck on Kickstarter, and Misfit Divas, I believe. And one of the main reasons I did that was so that I could get her oracle. And hopefully it's not ridiculous shipping. I wanted her pocket oracle to go along with this tarot deck, and the oracle itself is like $36, and then shipping plus the tariff is like $24, $26, which is almost as much as the deck, which brings like the pocket oracle up to $60. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I was trying to find it stateside, but then I just went ahead and backed her Kickstarter, which you should do anyway because it looks really cool. But this is the Quiet Rebel Tarot. I really enjoy this deck a lot. I've been using it a lot because for me, Taylor Swift's Showgirl just came out, and it feels very Showgirl to me, that like 1930s kind of, 20s and 30s kind of big band Showgirl era, which I am really enjoying right now. So that's why I'm using this deck currently and why it's not in order. But I do, again, have a full walkthrough of this deck on my channel. And so if you want to go see all the cards in order, that is where you should go find that. One of the things I'm not wild about is the box. It isn't very sturdy, and I know she had to switch, and it's also very loose. I know she had to switch printers at the last second, and the cards are very nice. I know she was struggling with some quality control with the cards as far as I believe there were some missing, some doubles and whatever in her packages. And the box to me is just one of those things that suffered when she had to switch printers, but I love the deck. So that's just, I'm being nitpicky at this point. The next deck, I got this off of eBay. It is still in print. I believe you can get it from Stacey Williams, Panthera Studios website, and also her Etsy, La Panthère. There it is. I found this on eBay because you know me, I love a secondhand deck. And the box is a little whatever, but that's fine. This deck was totally in order when I got it. So it should be in order still because I don't think I've used it. It has this chunky guidebook. I did not back the oracles on Kickstarter because I decided that if I backed the oracles, I would want all three, and that brought it up to like $150 plus shipping. And I wasn't ready to do that at that time, and now I have FOMO. So I don't know that I want the Southern Botanical Oracle deck, but I definitely want the Haunts and the Southern Oracle. So this is the Kickstarter edition. It has the gilded edges, and I really like it. This has been on my wish list for a while, but I went looking for it and stumbled across it on eBay when I was actually watching the Crossroads episode of Supernatural. So I was like, oh, Robert Johnson, blues. Yes, I'm feeling this deck right now. And so off I went and I found it used, and then I bought it. That moon card is gorgeous. So anyway, the Southern Gothic Oracle and the Haunts edition, I really want. So I'm just waiting for those to be available. And like I said, I have some super FOMO because I did not back the Kickstarter and I should have. So friends, all I have to say is this: if you want to back a Kickstarter, just do it. Don't be like me and have FOMO. That is the opposite of what you should do. You should definitely not back all the Kickstarters just because you might have FOMO, but I don't like FOMO. I really don't. All right, and the final indie is one that I just showed for Flip Through Friday. And it is one I just got in, and that is the Felt Tarot by Jamie Sawyer. And this is out of order because I laid it all out. And why is this card stuck in here? I laid it all out and then just gathered it all up like a cretin. So we're going Pentacles first. For these haul videos, I don't feel like I need to put them in order, but for the Flip Through Fridays, I think I do. This is mostly in order. It's just backwards. So the majors are last. Anyway, you get the idea. This is incredibly well done. It is all done with felt and felted vinyl. But I've said it before, and I will say it again. Jamie Sawyer could laminate trash and sell it as a tarot deck, and I would buy it and think it was the best thing I'd ever seen. So there you have it. One thing I hate is a tuck box, but it is what it is. And I hate them because they never go in the right way. They always get stuck on the tuck on the bottom. Okay, there we go. I got it. See, I complain about tuck boxes and then I get them to go in and then I don't think about them again. All right, on to the mass market decks. I have quite a few decks. No, I have 2 decks from my friend Tracy. One is the Supernatural Tarot. I've shown this on my channel, but I don't think I ever included it in a haul video. I have started rewatching Supernatural again. I ran out of Criminal Minds episodes, and then Paramount was a twat, so I didn't want to get Paramount to watch the new ones. I did edge my Supernatural in this blue. But I've been reading with this a bit because I am rewatching Supernatural, all 400 seasons. I am in season 7 of 47, and it is also spoopy season, so that is perfect. This deck is a little pippy because I believe this was one of Insight Edition's first fandom decks, and they have since listened to us and done really well. I also have the giant Buffy, but I believe I included that in a haul video. And if I haven't mentioned this, this is from my friend Tracy, who I get a lot of my used decks from because she went full deck goblin about a year ago and is now getting rid of some of hers, which works out well for me. 1, I get to buy used decks, and 2, I get to buy from someone I know and trust. So that was the Supernatural. This deck is ridiculous, and I love it with every piece of my heart. Next, we have Desert Illuminations. I have not used this deck yet. I got it on sale on Amazon. And it does have this teal edging. It's the mass market edition. Who is this published by? US Games? Yeah. US Games comes with a guidebook. This has been everywhere lately. For me, this is more of a summer deck. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Every now and then I look at my shelf and I'm like, I love this Hermit card though, for reasons. It's the horse. Every now and then I look at my shelf and I'm like, what do I want to use? And I'm drawn, and I love that Death with a horse skull. I really want a horse skull. If any of you knows where I can get a horse skull, like a real one, I would really appreciate it. I had grand plans for my childhood horse, Cece. I really, 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 when I put him down, wanted to leave him on some property somewhere and let the critters, you know, basically deflesh his bones. And then I wanted him re-articulated into a full horse skeleton, which I thought was really cool. Everybody else thought it was really macabre. But I thought it was cool. And I thought it was a really cool way to honor him. Because who doesn't want a fully articulated horse skeleton in their house? Normal people. Weirdos. Anyway, so that didn't happen. Unfortunately. Mostly because he was fine and then he wasn't. And I had to put him down. So he is still in my house. He's just in a redwood box and I have his ashes and the box weighs like 80 pounds. It's ridiculous. So he did end up in my house. I wasn't wrong about that. But anyway, so this is a really cool deck. I want to pair it with Cowgirls and Aliens. I haven't bought Cowgirls and Aliens yet. See, I have all these deck pairings in my head that I see on other channels, and I don't actually own the decks. How long is this video? Okay, it's already 22 minutes long. I might be able to make this under 45 minutes, guys. All right. Next is the Earthwoman Tarot. I bought this because they were doing, and by they, I mean Lo Scarabeo was doing the Earthwoman Oracle, or the matching Oracle to it. I still haven't bought that. Again, I hope I don't get, I haven't used this either. I hope I don't get dinged for nudity. Haven't used this yet. There's a lot of decks I haven't used yet. But it's really beautiful, and I really like that the people in this don't have faces. And that is one of the reasons why I was drawn to this. And also the art and the color in this is beautiful. It's so vibrant. I love a vibrant deck. So yeah, that is Earthwoman Tarot. I believe I either got this used or on Etsy, and I don't, not Etsy, Amazon, and I don't remember which one. Pretty sure it was Amazon. Okay, this one was definitely used. But by used, I mean somebody had cut the cellophane off the box, but like the cards were still wrapped. So I picked this up off of Mercari for like 15 bucks shipped. This is the Fifth Spirit Tarot by Charlie Claire Burgess. This is the mass market edition printed by Hay House. And I really like Charlie Claire Burgess. and what they do, and who they are, and what they write about, and their presence in the witchy community. And so I wanted this deck, and I also wanted a deck that was queer. And I realize that there are other decks that are queer. Cozy Witch Tarot could probably fill that in, but for more masculine bodies or people with a more masculine non-binary energy, I didn't really have anything for them. Cozy Witch Tarot is really feminine coded, even though they have a lot of non-binary examples in there, such as feminine people with beards. But I really wanted something that was more queer for me to use when I wanted to tap into that energy. You know, like maybe I'll use this for Pride Month. Or if I have a queer querent, or if I just want to tap into kind of a more social justice type of energy. And for a used price of $15, like, and like I said, the cards were still in the cellophane band. So like this had not been used at all. Just the cellophane had been taken off the outside of the box. And Charlie's depictions of some of the cards are like King of Cups, Mr. Rogers, brilliant. All right, so, and I love a good used deal, especially if I'm getting essentially a new deck for a used price, like a well-used price. Okay. Next is a new deck. I picked this up in the Llewellyn sale because it was like $16, and I combined it with other stuff and got free shipping. And I bought this because Melissa Sinova wrote the guidebook. And I now need to reread Scorpio Races, but I enjoyed it the first time. And much like Jamie Sawyer, Melissa could write poems on used grocery bags and I would buy them. And I hope she never sees this. Also, if you don't know, Melissa Sinova is on Instagram. She does lives there, but she also has a Patreon that I am a member of. And she is going to be doing 4 classes a month if you're in her top tier. She's going to be doing a question and answer. And I love how this has just become a Melissa Sinova commercial. The first week of the month is going to be question and answer. Second week is a tarot class. Third week is a witch class. And then the fourth week is called Ruckus Room. And everybody, I love this death. Oh my gosh, why do I not own a horse skull? Why do I not own a horse skull? I have to know someone that can source one for me. Okay, anyway. The moral of the story is go sign up for Melissa Sinova's Patreon. And if you don't know who Melissa Sinova is and you're on TarotTube, I have questions. But basically, she wrote Kitchen Table Tarot and Kitchen Table Magic and also Elements of Tarot. And she's working on another book. But she's fabulous. And talk about, oh, this makes me miss Jake. Talk about, I also just felt like as a horse witch, I needed this tarot deck. Melissa aside. Like it was on my wish list, but then it was on sale. through Llewellyn, and I was like, okay. Like it was on sale. So, but I need to reread the book. Melissa said that you don't have to read the book. I actually believe that's baby Melissa. I could be wrong. To get it, but I believe when you get something of the fandom, then you need to like know the fandom. But that's just my personal rule. Nobody else has to abide by that rule. That's just an imaginary rule I made up for myself to make my life harder. We all have those, right? I'm not weird. Like, do you ever just make up rules for yourself? Anyway, this is great. Go join Melissa's Patreon. This is not a paid promotion. I just really like Melissa, and she's good people. And I want to see her succeed in life and everywhere and be happy because I consider her a friend. Okay. Next we have a deck. So this is a story. This is a story. Pause. Editing me, pause. Or leave it in. Either way. Okay. So speaking of Melissa Sinova, Melissa was showing everybody the Lubunco Tarot, which just came out mass market, and she had an extra copy. And she was like, who wants it? And I, of course, it was not on my wish list, but when someone's like free tarot deck and also it comes with Melissa's energy, like I'm all about that. So I was like, duh, yes, I want a deck from Melissa Sinova. So I was like, me. And then another woman, Amber, was like, it's my birthday. And I was like, oh man, obviously, okay, send it to Amber. And so Melissa was like, who am I sending it to? And I was like, Amber. So Amber said, I'll send you another deck in exchange. So Amber sent me a deck, and Melissa is sending the Lubunco Tarot to Amber. But she wrote me this super long, beautiful letter. She is the sweetest person ever. It's just pages and pages. Like, I would say, how do you come up with that much to say? But this is like a 45-minute video. Okay, so she lives in NYC, New York City, and sent me this deck. The box got damaged in shipping, which I'm a little upset about, but it's so cute. Look at this. It is like all about New York, which I've only visited once, and that was when the World Trade Center still existed. So like, I'm pretty sure I visited New York City in March of 2001. March of 2001. And like, I didn't go see the World Trade Center. And then there wasn't a World Trade Center. But it has all of these. It's so, oh my God, look at the sewer rat. Ah, I love it. So I'm assuming these are all like New York-esque landmarks or places or things that people from NYC. Oh, I got one of Amber's hair. Oh, yeah, I got an Amber hair. That's so nice. That's so nice. Here, I'm going to save it actually. Amber's hair can be saved. I'll put it in a nice spell jar or something. Happy spell jar. So this is the most random video I've ever done. But people like me when I'm random, so there we go. Okay, New York slice. New York pizza superior to deep dish. Vote in the comments. As a Californian, I have no dog in this fight. No horse in this race, etc. Ooh, look at that star card. I want to be her. I love all the pizza and the hot dogs and more pizza. Is Pentacles pizza? Pentacles is pizza. I haven't even flipped through this deck. Cups is obviously used coffee cups. Swords are maps. Yep, coffee cups. This is giving Trash Panda Tarot, which I adore. Three of Cups with the dogs is cool. Knight of Wands. I'm not seeing a theme for wands yet. Major Arcana, obviously landmarks. Swords are maps, apparently. Subway lines? Yeah. Wait, cups are supposed to be coffee cups. I'm confused. I'm going to have to read the guidebook. I don't get it. But this is a super cute deck. So cute. So thank you, Amber. I actually haven't thanked you yet. Because I just got this week. I need to do some surgery on this box, which got damaged in shipping. But thank you so much for sending me this. This is so cute, and I love it so much. 2 more decks, guys. 2 more. Speaking of people I love sending me things, here we have another Tracy deck. I mean, I bought this from her. She doesn't just send me her extra decks because she's not made of money. Nor would I want her to. But anyway, I got the Trick or Treat Tarot. First of all, it's Barbara Moore. And like, okay, it's Barbara Moore. Who doesn't want a Barbara Moore deck? And I don't have a Barbara Moore deck. And it is spoopy season. So, also she edged it in this purple, which I really liked, and it's from my friend Tracy. So I was like, absolutely. I told myself I didn't need this deck, and then she still had it like 2 weeks later, and I was like, oh, fucking fine. Just tell me how much I owe you, and I'll Venmo you, and just send me the deck. That is super cute. Thing 1 and thing 2. And the Cat in the Hat. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. The dude from The Matrix, I think. I don't know. I never watched those movies in their entirety. Don't hate me. Anyway, it's spoopy season, and everyone loves a spoopy season deck. And it's from my friend Tracy, and it's by Barbara Moore. Do I need to say any more about that? Again, there's another box that needs surgery. All right, last deck is our tarot. I have a flip through Friday. And this is basically the who's who of historical women. And it has this guidebook that is huge. And the deck is more of a pocket-sized deck. It is a box within a box. I do have a full flip through of this deck on my channel. I believe I mentioned that. But every single card goes into a woman from history, or yeah, woman from history, I believe. I don't believe there are fictional women in here, but notable women of history. And what I was pleasantly surprised about this deck is that it is actually quite inclusive. I'm not going to lie, I was fully expecting this deck to be like mostly white women and like 2 token people of color thrown in. But it's not. It's actually pretty inclusive, and I say that as I go through like 4 white people. And I really enjoy that. So yeah. And that's the last of it, everyone. That was all my decks. And I didn't even pull out all the cards in this because they got stuck in the tuck box. Ugh. Whoever decided a tuck box was a good design for tarot is a bad person. So here we go. That was the last. To end, I am going to remind everybody that my book club starts on Monday. Our first book is going to be Stephanie Capone's Tarot for Manifestation. And we're going to be digging into this. And I am currently working on the curriculum and trying to figure out the best way to do this. And I think what I'm going to do is a weekly live. And the live is going to be a short discussion and then actually sprints while we read together, I have decided. And beyond that, I'm also going to open up a Facebook group. I realize not everybody uses Meta anymore, but it is what it is. And for what I want to do, it is the most appropriate place to open up kind of a discussion forum. Not everyone has Patreon either. And if you make them download an app, I'm already on Facebook. I don't want to set up a Patreon. So I'm going to do that. People are free to join or not. And if they don't want to join the Facebook group, they're more than welcome to still do the study and just join us on the lives. So that's where I'm going to go there. So yeah, this is now 42 minutes long. And maybe I will cut that down for editing, but I don't think so. I chatted a lot, even when my hands weren't on camera. So I think this is going to be a long video. Moral of the story, I'm a deck goblin. I buy a lot of used decks. I buy a lot of new decks. I really enjoy buying decks, period. Join Melissa Sanova's Patreon. She is great. She does have a low, like $5 tier. And that $5 tier actually gets you quite a bit. And also I'm starting my book club, which is totally free because there's like 200 of you and I'm not worth anything. I mean, my content is not worth anything. I am a person. I'm very expensive. Noted to anyone who wants to date me. Please take note. I am expensive. So is my energy and my time. Anyway, thank you all for joining me for this ridiculously long video. I hope I made you laugh in between showing you decks. Editing this is going to be a nightmare. Including all the links to purchase decks is going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to do it because I like you guys. And I like doing this. And if I didn't, that would be lazy. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Please, please, please like and subscribe. Where else can you get entertainment like this for free? I'm just out here making a fool out of myself. So I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.